Hey everyone, in today's video, we're going to go over everything you need to know about setting up an LLC in the state of Kansas. Here are the steps that we're going to go through today, and we'll leave links down below to all the different platforms and the resources that we talk about in this video. So feel free to check them out and follow along with me as I show you the entire process. Without further ado, let's get into all the steps that you need to take to form your LLC in the state of Kansas. Okay, so step number one is to name your LLC, and there's a couple of different things that you want to do with this. First is to make sure that your business name is actually available online. You can conduct a business state name search on the Secretary of State website. And while you're at it, you might as well also make sure that your business name is available as a URL for like a business website or something like that. You can easily do this online as well on websites like Google Domains or Namecheap or something like that. Now, when it comes to actually naming your LLC, there's a couple of naming guidelines that you have to know about. First is that you must include either limited liability company, LLC, or L.L.C. in your title. You can't include things like association or corporation because that would confuse your business entity with a different one. Obviously, your business name has to be written in English. It can't include any words that would confuse your business with an official government agency like the FBI. And it also has to be distinguishable from other business names that are in the state. Okay, step number two is to file the LLC Articles of Organization. There's a few different ways that you can do this. You can do this either online through the Secretary of State website. You can mail it in. You can even deliver it in person. And this is going to cost you $160 if you do it online and $166 if you mail it. And then there's also another option where you can just have a business formation service do this for you. This is going to cost anywhere from $0 to an extra $300 or so. This is actually what we recommend for total beginners that want to, have everything done for them. That way you're not messing up any paperwork along the way as you're trying to form your business. So later on in this video, I'll actually show you how to use a platform called Tailor Brands to set up your LLC. We have a special discount on all the plans for just our viewers. So if you guys are interested in learning how to do that, then make sure you watch until the end of the video. Now, within your articles of organization, you're going to have to decide on your management structure. So are you going to be member managed or are you going to be manager managed? Now, for most of you guys out there, you guys are going to be member managed. And this basically means that the members of the LLC are managing the business. But in the rare case that you are being managed by somebody, right? Like maybe you have an investor or something, that's when you would put manager managed on your articles of organization. Okay, now step number three is to create an operating agreement for your LLC. Now, although this isn't required in the state of Kansas, it is highly recommended for all business owners. This is basically a legal document that has all the ownership and legal procedures within the business. That way, both the owners and the employees know what to expect from each other and there's no conflict in the future. Now, within the operating agreement, it usually entails the following: organization, management and voting structure, capital contributions, distributions, membership changes, and dissolution. So as you guys can see, this can get pretty complex as a new business owner, which is why we recommend using an online business formation like Tailor Brands, like I'm going to show you later on. Now, step number four is to obtain the EIN for your business. This is also known as the Federal Tax Identification Number, and it's basically just a social security number for your business. This is going to allow the government to keep track of your tax status, and it's also required by the state if you want to open up a business bank account, which you will probably need, and if you want to hire employees. The IRS actually provides this EIN to you free of charge, so I highly recommend doing this yourself. You can do this either online or by mail, and we have another video on this channel that will teach you how to do that. Or of course, you could just have an online business formation service like Tailor Brands do this for you. Step number five is to hire a registered agent for your business. Now, this is required by the state, so if you want to form your LLC, you have to have a registered agent. This is basically a person that is responsible for receiving all legal documents and correspondence on behalf of your business. So this can be things like tax forms, lawsuits, and other important information. Whoever the registered agent is, they have to be a full-time resident of Kansas, and it can either be yourself, an employee, or a registered agent service. Now, we don't recommend you to be your own registered agent. That's because as a business owner, your private information is going to be out there in the public for anyone to see. So private information like your name, your address, and other information like that is going to be available for anybody out there. But if you use a registered agent service, then they can provide their information instead. And the service costs anywhere between $125 to $200 plus per year. Okay, now before we get into the next steps on maintaining compliance and other important steps that you need to take after you form your LLC, I'm going to quickly show you guys how to form your LLC easily on Tailor Brands. So if you guys click on that link down below, you guys are going to get taken to a page that looks like this. And as you guys can see, you can get 35% off of all LLC plans, and that's just for our viewers. So shout out to Tailor Brands for hooking it up for you guys. And as you guys can see, they have a light plan, essential plan, and elite plan. We'll get more into these a little bit later, but for now, let's go ahead and choose our LLC state. We'll go ahead and choose Kansas, and then we'll click on claim discount. From here, we're going to go ahead and enter in our business name. And cool, so now that it's available, I'll go ahead ahead and click on next. And yeah, the thing that we really like about Tailor Brands is that they will guide you through the entire process. And that makes it really easy for a total beginner to start their business with a service like Tailor Brands. Now, for most of these questions, I'm just going to go ahead and skip. But for you guys, I highly recommend answering the questions. And everybody's business is different, so go ahead and answer according to what your business looks like. For this part, when it asks you what else are you planning to do for your business, I recommend just choose the LLC. They're also going to ask if you want a free tailored business plan. Whatever they give out for free, I highly recommend just taking it. So we'll go ahead and select I want a business plan and click on next. Then just enter in your contact information. And now they're going to have a bunch of other add-ons that you guys can choose if you want. So like I said before, you guys can either get your EIN with Tailor Brands or you guys can do it yourself. They're charging $99 for them to do this for you. But if you guys do it yourself, it will really only take you guys about 10 to 15 minutes. And again, we have another video linked down below where you guys can learn how to do that. Next, they're going to ask about the registered agent. So you can either use Tailor Brands to be your registered agent service. They're going to charge $199 per year. You guys can also appoint a different registered agent. So another company that you guys can look into is called Northwest Registered Agent. They're less expensive than Tailor Brands, so we'll go ahead and leave a link down below to them so you guys can check them out. They also have an LLC annual compliance package, so you guys can choose this if you guys want. It costs $199 per year, but I'll just go ahead and select I'll handle the compliance myself. They have a toolkit that you guys can get if you want. They have expedited filing if you guys want. And then when it asks you if you want to get the operating agreement with them, I highly recommend just doing this with them. It's only going to cost you $29. And like we showed before, the operating agreement can get pretty complex for a new business owner. So I highly recommend just doing it with Tailor Brands. Then there's a formation kit that you guys can also get. And then there's also a free trial to a finance manager. You can get notified of any important notifications about your business. So I recommend doing this. This is completely free of charge. And cool. Now it's going to bring us to the 3 plans that they have. They have the Light, Essential, and Elite. The Light plan is totally free. And the only thing that they're going to do for you is form your LLC. And the filing fee for this is going to be anywhere between $160 to $166, depending on if you do it online or in person. And then you can see right here that it also has the state fee that is required. So it's $166, like we said before. This is required regardless of whether you do it with Tailor Brands or without. So yeah, you guys can see down here everything that is covered by the plan. And then when it comes to the Essential and the Elite, you have some additional add-ons. They recommend the Elite plan as well as the Essential plan. So since we're getting the 35% off, I'll just go ahead and select this one. So you guys can see here, it is $129.35 plus the $166 Kansas state filing fee. When you click on show more, you guys can choose any of these if you guys want. So if you guys want to, appoint your own registered agent, you guys can deselect this. But again, the law is going to require you to appoint a registered agent. So whether you do it with them or it's yourself or another registered agent company, you have to make sure that you do have a registered agent. From here, just click on continue to payment. You can pay with PayPal or you can pay with a credit card. Just enter in your information and then click pay. Once you guys do that, you guys are just going to answer a couple more questions about your business. And then from there, Tailor Brands is going to help form your LLC. Super easy process. You guys saw that it only took a few minutes. And yeah, that's why we highly recommend using an online business formation service like Tailor Brands. It makes it so easy for new business owners to form a new business. Okay, so now let's talk about some of the other things that you need to know after you form your LLC. So step number 6 is maintaining compliance with the state of Kansas so that your LLC is in good standing. We're not going to go over it too much in this video, but you're going to want to look into specific business licenses and permits that you might need to get for your business. It's going to depend on where you are in the state as well as what your business does in general. We'll leave a link down below to where you guys can actually use Tailor Brands to look up your business licenses and permits if you guys want. And if you're a first-time entrepreneur, I highly recommend just talking with a professional with this. I don't recommend, doing your own research. This applies to business permits and licenses, your taxes that you have to pay. I highly recommend just talk to a professional every single time if you're a new business owner. Next thing you have to know about is the biennial report. So if you have an LLC in the state of Kansas, then you have to file a report every 2 years. And this is going to cost you anywhere between $50 to $55 to file this online or by mail. This is due on the 4th month after your tax closing month on the 15th. So for example, if your LLC closes its tax year on December, that means your report is due by April 15th. Now let's get into some things that we recommend doing after you form your LLC. First thing to consider is opening up a business bank account. This is going to help keep your personal assets separate from your business assets. So that way, in case you get sued, they can only go after your business assets, not what you own personally. Next thing we recommend is looking into business credit cards. This is also going to help separate the business spending versus the personal spending. And there's also just really good business credit cards out there that have way better perks and sign-on bonuses compared to personal credit cards. We have a bunch of other videos on the channel though that talk about the best business credit cards for personal and business, as well as business bank accounts. So go ahead and check that out down below. And then like I said before, you want to reach out to professionals when it comes to everything, especially when it comes to taxes. So I highly recommend hiring an accountant. They're going to help you save money on your taxes, avoid avoid any penalties or fines, and also just help you track the losses and profits within your business. Now, when it comes to the tax filing requirements, you're going to want to look into some taxes that you might have to pay if you sell goods. And then there's also some taxes that you might have to pay if you have employees. So there's the unemployment insurance tax, and then there's also the employee withholding tax. Now, the last thing that I want to go over is the BOI report, and this is brand new as of January 1st, 2024. Most LLCs are going to have to file this, but don't worry, the process is not too complex. We have another video on this channel that will teach you everything that you need to know about the BOI report, as well as how to do this online. So yeah, that's basically everything that you need to know about for forming your LLC in the state of Kansas. I hope you guys got some value out of this video. Again, we'll leave links down below to all the platforms that we talked about. Highly recommend checking out Tailor Brands and Northwest Registered Agent. And yeah, if you guys got some value out of this video, please leave a like and subscribe for more videos just like this. Here on this channel, we make videos on how to start and grow a business. So if you're into business, entrepreneurship, and all that stuff, hit the bell notification so you stay up to date with new videos. Anyways, thank you guys so much for your time, and I'll see you guys in the next video.